Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is the penultimate day before the $1 million Express Bet Florida Derby. 11 races Friday afternoon. Our buddy Pete Aiello has the track and weather conditions.
Friday card begins with 11 races on the program, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and temperatures in the mid-70s here today as we kick off Florida Derby Eve with a turf race over the 7.5 furlong journey. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch number 3, Omened By. Rider change on 2, Pasta Giovanni to Jorge Ruiz. First race favorite, number 10, Panama Papers. Racing at Gulfstream. From the outside, tracking stock, one of the first to break the line. Too Stormy has speed, and so does the comebacker Indian School as they move to that first turn. Street Code trying to protect his inside spot. He saves ground into a contending spot, and Panama Papers is a bit wide with Wannabe a player between horses. But loose up front, it's Too Stormy and Alvaro Doniz who have kicked clear to a 4-length lead. Racing in second is Indian School down at the inside, Street Code, and up on the outside is the favorite Panama Papers. Wannabe a player is sandwiched between horses, working 3 wide Pasta Giovanni. Tracking stock is now 4 wide, 5 wide is Wild Force, and 2.5 to Cosmic Thunder. Unhurried at the back of the group under Irad Ortiz Jr. as they chase the speed of Too Stormy. Too Stormy carved a quarter in an aggressive 22-4. Inside half a mile away, he leads by 3. Indian School taking up the slack second. Street Code at the inside is now third. Panama Papers is worked on fourth. Wannabe a player has inside position from fifth. Then comes Tracking Stock, who's driven, not really responding. Cosmic Thunder starts to move up between horses. He's now out of last. He's into third last. Second last is Pasta Giovanni, and plummeting to last is Wild Force as they run to the top of the stretch. They've reeled in Too Stormy as Street Code goes on the attack to take the lead. On the far outside, it's Panama Papers. Wannabe a player works into the clear. Indian School is right there, and Cosmic Thunder on the stand side with a good late run. Inside that final furlong, Street Code gets the jump on Panama Papers and leads at the 16th pole by a length. Panama Papers takes another run at him. Street Code and Panama Papers. Street Code is hanging on. Street Code and Nick Juarez held on to win it from Panama Papers, then Cosmic Thunder. Jockey Luis Saez will have to wait at least one more race before setting the win record for a single season at the winter meeting as he gets second aboard Panama Papers as number 1 Street Code holds on to win it under Nick Juarez for trainer Carlo Vaccarezza and owner Michael Pentrangello. Second, number 10 Panama Papers. Third was the 4 Cosmic Thunder. To the second race now and a 6 furlong sprint. Claimers in for a price tag of $30,000. Nice field assembled here. Better struggled to find a betting favorite. The off-time favorite ended up being number 7, Shake of Shakes. And they're off. Good start on the outside for Gregory Sun. Moving between horses is Coleman Rocky, sent through at the inside. Forze Mao, offensive-minded today. Shake of Shakes is on the far outside with Force. They're lining up for the early lead. Back at the inside, Squadron is second last, and General Obvious is last of the lot as they head to the half-mile point. It's Forze Mao and jockey Luis Saez with the advantage, a half a length over Gregory Sun second. On the outside and Shake of Shakes, the favorite is poised to strike while 3 wide third. From fourth and inside is fourth, then comes improving Coleman Rocky, 2.5 to Squadron, and the trailer is General Obvious as they round the far turn. 22-4 for the opening quarter speed. There's 5/16 to go. Shake of Shakes comes away with the lead. Immediately tackled by Coleman Rocky on the outside. Forze Mao fights on toward the rail. That's all for Gregory Sun. Juarez puts the Squadron to pressure now after a 45-4 opening half mile. They wheel for home. Coleman Rocky comes away with the lead. Shake of Shakes is battling on second. Forze Mao into the clear from third. Then back to fourth and fourth with less than a 16th to go. And the leader is Coleman Rocky. Coleman Rocky and Irad Ortiz Jr. at 5-1 to win by 2 in the end. Shake of Shakes was second. Forze Mao third. Force ran fourth in 1:10-2. Number 5, Coleman Rocky responds to another distance change and another surface change here today as he rolls to victory under Irad Ortiz Jr., trainer Jason Service, and owner Ara Abrahamian. Second, number 7, Shake of Shakes, and third was number 2, Forze Mao. Time for a commercial timeout. When we come back, the Friday card rolls on. Don't go away.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
OBS April, the 2-year-old source to the world, with Grade 1 stakes winners, including Mind Your Biscuits, impressive hero of the $2 million Dubai Golden Shaheen, Grade 1 stakes winning millionaire Sharp Ass Tekka, and Grade 1 stakes winning filly La Coronel. Find your next Grade 1 winner at the OBS Spring Sale of 2-year-old, April 24th through 27th. Undertack previews are April 16th through 21st. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Back now for race number 3 on the program, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. A field of 6 signed on. Rider change on 4 El Cheval to Luis Sanchez. The favorites were 1 Sweat and 3 Some Dreams Come True. And they're off. Some Dreams Come True was away well toward the inside. Sweat wants some early position, and Motown Man moves up on the outside. So Motown Man will go at it with Some Dreams Come True in the early stages. Edgar Zayas guides the favorite Sweat off the top flight while racing in the 3-path third. Gap of 2 to Private Bellamy, who's on hold while 4th ahead of El Cheval. And Kid's Kid is last as they complete an opening quarter. Toward the inside, Some Dreams Come True. To the outside, and Motown Man. They're in lockstep behind an opening quarter in 24-2. Waiting in the wings, third is Sweat. Well clear of 4th running Private Bellamy. Then El Cheval and Kid's Kid. They go to the half-mile point now, and on the inside, it's Some Dreams Come True, and Alban Jimenez lets him roll a bit. He leads the way a length and a half. Motown Man is second. Sweat tries to stay in range third. 4 back to El Cheval and Private Bellamy, and 4 more to Kid's Kid. 47-2 for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn. 3 furlongs left to go. Some Dreams Come True has the lead. Motown Man is second. Sweat now starts to be given the green light to make some ground. He's third while 3 wide and well clear of the others. So the betting 3 are the top 3 as they run to the top of the stretch. Some Dreams Come True and Motown Man still the targets. Some Dreams Come True on the inside. Motown Man on the outside. They're shoulder to shoulder with 3/16 to go. Sweat's a length and a half back third and trying to rally as they straighten for home. With the lead, Motown Man, Some Dreams Come True, boxing on, Sweat on the outside. These 3 across the course, Some Dreams Come True toward the inside, battles on gamely. Sweat on the stand side from between horses, Motown Man. Sweat leveling off at the concluding stages with Motown Man. Photo finish. Too tight to call. Sweat outside, inside Motown Man, and then Some Dreams Come True. Very close finish in today's third race. In fact, too close to call, as number 1 Sweat and number 6 Motown Man finished on equal terms for the victory. We had a dead heat on top. Sweat ridden by Edgar Zayas for Stanley Gold and the Arundel Farm, and Motown Man handled the victory by Alvaro Doniz for David Casson and David Alter. 3 Some Dreams Come True ran third. To the 4th race now on the turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $30,000. Rider change on 2 Squadron to Jorge Ruiz. Scratch the 5 Storm Ruler. A field of 8. The favorite was number 7 Fuel the Burn. And they're off. Toward the rails, Squadron and Fire on Fire, the first 2 to begin. Squadron's being ridden hard by Jorge Ruiz. He wants him on the lead, so Squadron will take up the running to take the lead in the charge to the first turn. Fire on Fire is second. Here's Set Me Up on the outside into the top flight. Out wide on the course and improving a touch to be 4th is Wage Acceleration. Then down inside, races 5th running Fuel the Burn. A length and a half better than Japonski, who's off the speed ahead of Marksman. And Unexplained is last of all, as Squadron has the lead. Squadron settles in on top and leads Set Me Up 3 parts of a length. Fire on Fire is back to 3rd, 2 back to Wage Acceleration in 4th. Fuel the Burn is 5th, 3 wide in Japonski. Then comes Marksman and Unexplained. The opening quarter went in 23-2 as they head to the final half mile. It's Squadron in front by a length. On the outside and Set Me Up second. Fire on Fire and the line blinkers is 3rd. Fuel the Burn gets started while 3 wide and into 4th. Japonski's going to be 4 wide. Then back to Wage Acceleration. Marksman second last and Unexplained is last as they round the far turn. Jorge Ruiz and Squadron still have the lead. They've stretched him out a bit with Fuel the Burn 3 wide. Fire on Fire is at the rail and trying to move up. Trying to run on from the back is Wage Acceleration, and they move to the top of the stretch. Squadron the first to turn in. Fire on Fire to the attack between horses, and on the outside, Fuel the Burn. Japonski is 4th, and Wage Acceleration with an 1/8 of a mile left to go. It's Squadron in front. Fire on Fire runs with him. Fuel the Burn on the outside. fire. On fire is Dead Game Between Horses. Fuel the Burn takes a run at him. Here's the line. Fire. On fire. And Miguel Vasquez for the upset. Fuel the Burn and Squadron right there in 135 flat. Number 1, Fire on Fire, is always a game customer, and he proves it today as he boxed on Between Horses to get the head bob and the victory under Miguel Vasquez for trainer Reed Nagel on the Big Lick Farm. Second, 7, Fuel the Burn. Third was the 2, Squadron, to complete a decent try. To the 5th race now, the final leg of the early pick 5 and 1 mile over the main track. Starter allowance optional claiming event. Nice field assembled here. The 2 favorites were the 3, Tadare, and the 4, 2 Cuban Brothers U. And they're off. From the center, 2 Cuban Brothers U begins well. Entangled has speed from the rail, and these 2 kick on from Tadare and Ender's Cat on the outside. Chataman's not far away. Then at the back of the field, Gran Identidad, Kinane, and Cheech Thunder. Out of the chute, they run their 3 horses across the track, and Juarez wants 2 Cuban Brothers U on the lead, and he'll get there. He's in front by a neck. Ender's Cat is second from Between Horses. That's Chataman third. Back to 4th is Entangled. After a smooth beginning, he'll set up shop from 4th. Tadare is kept close to the favorite while racing in 5th behind a 23-3 opening quarter. 4 clear of Kinane, then Gran Identidad, and Cheech Thunder. They head to the half-mile point, and 2 Cuban Brothers U leads the way a length and a quarter. On the outside, Chataman is second, Entangled is third. Tadare moving sharply while 4th and 3 wide and going after the leader now behind a 46-second half mile. So they moving right along here as they round the far turn. 3 furlongs left to go, and here's the confrontation with the 2 favorites as Tadare looms up 3 wide at 2 Cuban Brothers U, who's asked to quicken. And these 2 move ahead of Chataman, who's back to 3rd. Entangled is now 4th, well clear of the others with a quarter of a mile left to go. On the inside, it's 2 Cuban Brothers U, asked to quicken, but Tadare travels just as well, if not better, on the outside after 3 quarters. In 1:10-2, they're at the top of the stretch. Tadare on the outside, and it takes a narrow lead. 2 Cuban Brothers U is Dead Game and trying to fight on, and he is. On the outside, and Chataman trying to spoil the party. In deep stretch, 2 Cuban Brothers U with a heart of a warrior. He comes back to take the lead, and 2 Cuban Brothers U turns him away. It's very close for a second, but Chataman got up ahead of Tadare. Then Entangled at 137-1. Cannot say enough good things about the 8-year-old son of Harlington. Number 4, 2 Cuban Brothers U, frankly looked dead beat turning for home, but he battled back to victory under Nick Juarez for trainer John Rigateri, who owns this horse in partnership with Stephen Durrani. 2 Cuban Brothers U gives Nick Juarez his second winner today with a well-deserved victory. Time for commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the Rainbow Six sequence as we roll on with Friday racing right after this.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Saturday, March 31st at Gulfstream Park. Be here as the country's top 3-year-old thoroughbreds compete for glory in the 67th running of the ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. Experience this epic day of live racing with over $2.5 million at stake. Admission and parking absolutely free. Men and women, come dressed in your Derby best and win fabulous prizes. Visit GulfstreamPark.com for details. The ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. Witness the crowning of a champion. Welcome to your playground, Gulfstream Park. Back now for race number 6 on the program over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. It was the leadoff leg of today's Rainbow Six. More than $5 million up for grabs. These were Florida-bred maidens. A field of 9. The favorite was the 6, Salsa Jack. And they're off. Paco and Sacco blasts out to take the lead. Striking Air has speed from the top shelf. In between horses, Mr. Stark away well. Backing off and in tight is Tropical Cognac. In the 2-path is the favorite Salsa Jack to race about 3 lengths off the pace setter. Then down inside goes Betamax. He's ahead of Martini a 1-step, and the trailer is Night Strings. Around the first turn they go, and clearing over from the outside gate, the leader is Striking Air, a length and a half. From second, that's Mr. Stark. Racing in between horses is the favorite, Salsa Jack, in a 5th spot now, as third belongs to Paco and Sacco, and out wide is Whiskey Moment. Then at the rail goes Betamax, only 3.5 lengths off the pace setter, ahead of Marnesia 1-step. At the shuffle at the back of the field is Tropical Cognac, and the trailer, Night Strings. 24-1 for the opening quarter speed as they race to the half-mile point. With the lead, it's Striking Air by a length. Mr. Stark is second. Paco and Sacco is racing from third. In between horses, that's Salsa Jack fourth and 3 lengths behind. Out 3 wide is Whiskey Moment with the rail Beta Max. Then comes Tropical Cognac ahead of Marnesia one step, and the trailer is Night Strings, and the leader is Striking Air. Striking Air goes to the top of the stretch in front by a length and a quarter. Paco and Sacco getting after the leader in second. Mr. Stark is third. Their favorite needs to do better than that. Salsa Jack cuts the corner from fourth. Then Beta Max as they wheel home. The leader Striking Air off the turn in front by a length and a quarter. Paco and Sacco is second. Mr. Stark in third with Salsa Jack between. Final eighth of a mile, and Striking Air has something in the tank here. And Striking Air is still there. Striking Air in front. Striking Air by a length and a quarter. Very close for second. Paco and Sacco are Mr. Stark. Fourth, Salsa Jack.
Number 6, Salsa Jack, flat out did not fire his best shot, but the win goes to 9, Striking Air, who was well handled throughout by jockey Irad Ortiz Jr., Shade Tree Thoroughbreds, and Jose Pinchin. Striking Air moves to the turf and gets the score in race 6. Second, 3, Paco and Sacco. Third was the 7, Mr. Stark. To the 7th race now, a mile and an eighth allowance optional claiming event. Price tag was $62,500. A field of 6. The favorite was the 6, Hard Study.
And they're up. Hard Study away well. Big Daddy is being ridden hard for the early lead, and Tour de Force is moving out as well. So Tour de Force and Big Daddy with an early tussle as they charge to the first turn. The comebacker Nigon's Edge comes away to race in third ahead of Channel in fourth. Second last is the heavy-hitting favorite Hard Study, and Michigas, the stretch runner under Jesus Rios, is last of the 6 as Tour de Force has the lead. Tour de Force had an early tussle with the second horse and now tries to back down the speed and leads a neck. Big Daddy is that second horse racing 24-4 opening quarter. Nigon's Edge is now third down at the inside, and Shuttle is fourth. Hard Study on the return try comes away in fifth, and Michigas is last. They turn into the backstretch. Tour de Force is settled nicely now for Tyler Gaffleone. Leads by a neck over Big Daddy in second. Nigon's Edge is in stride with Channel third and fourth. Hard Study is 3 wide while second last. And Michigas is still in range, about 5 lengths off the lead through an opening half mile and 49 seconds flat. They make their way to the half-mile point. It's Tour de Force in front by a neck. Looking at the back of the field, Hard Study has yet to pick it up. He's still fifth. He's about 4.5 lengths off the lead. He's being asked to quicken a bit now as turning up the pressure on the leader is Big Daddy. So it's Tour de Force and Big Daddy. Now Hard Study puts his mind to business. He's 4 wide, but he's very much in range. He's only a length off the lead. Nigon's Edge will get first run at the leaders, and Nigon's Edge now takes a narrow lead. Hard Study runs with him on the outside second. Big Daddy is back to third. Michigas tries to run on after 3 quarters in 1:13 flat. Hard Study coming after Nigon's Edge, who has a narrow lead off the turn. It's Hard Study for ahead in front. Nigon's Edge tries to fight with him second. 4 back to Michigas third. Final eighth of a mile. Hard Study has the lead. Nigon's Edge very game in the comeback try, but Hard Study is too good. It's Hard Study to win it on the comeback run by a length in the end. Nigon's Edge was second. Michigas was third. Big Daddy finished fourth in 1:50-4.
Favorite makes a return to the races. A winning one is the son of Big Brown. Number 6, Hard Study, gets the money under jockey John Velasquez for trainer Todd Pletcher and owner Paul Pompa Jr. 4, Nigon's Edge fired a huge race off a long layoff, well second, ahead of the 5, Michigas, who ran third. To the 8th race now on the turf at 1 mile. Start of the late pick 4, scratch the 3 and 9. Allowance optional claiming event. The favorite was the 5, Thuristic.
And they're off. Thuristic, one of the first to break the line. Here's At Odds, and here's Niche moving up, and Niche is sent hard by Pedro Monterrey Jr. He wants the lead, and he'll get it in the run to the first turn. At Odds will have to angle off the fence to race from second ahead of Thuristic. The favorite is taken in hand. He races third, racing about 4 lengths off the pace setter. Famous Fact is 3 wide, saving ground at the inside is one of a kind. Racing between horses without remorse, and Archer Road is at the back. A loose leader, it's Niche, going to try to do it as far as he can here. He stretched the margin to 5 or 6. At Odds is second, one of a kind is third. Thuristic's in a good spot fourth, behind this breakaway leader. 3 lengths in front of the team of Famous Fact and Without Remorse, and the trailer is Archer Road. 23-1 for the opening quarter speed as they race to the half-mile point. At 35-1, Niche letting it all hang loose. He leads it by 3 over at odds in second. Down at the inside, that's One of a Kind third from Thuristic, who's racing fourth. Back to fifth and Without Remorse, who has an inside lane. Slipstreaming the fourth horse is Famous Fact. He's racing second last, and Archer Road's a bit closer at the back as they went 46 seconds for that opening half-mile speed. They round the forward turn. Niche is on the ropes. Here comes One of a Kind, blitzing up on the outside to take over the lead. At odds is not firing his best shot. Archer Road is, as Thuristic's guided 5 wide. Famous Facts at the back as they wheel off the turn. One of a Kind has the lead, going to try to spring the upset, and One of a Kind leads by 3. Second is Archer Road trying to track him down, then Without Remorse and Famous Fact in deep stretch. One of a Kind almost there. Archer Road a late push. One of a Kind Archer Road. One of a Kind. Archer Road was second. Famous Fact finished third. Without Remorse ran fourth.
Upset winner to kick off the late pick 4 is number 2, One of a Kind, gets the job done, giving Nick Juarez his third winner today. Dave Casson gets 2 wins on the card, and Hickory Woods Farm, the winning owner of the son of Lemon Drop Kid. Second 1, Archer Road. Third 7, Famous Fact. Let's move now to the 9th and feature race, the Soaring Softly Stakes on the turf in a mile and 3/8, $75,000 up for grabs here. We had a field of 6 sign on. The favorites were 1, Terralina, and 2, Somersault.
And they're off in the Soaring Softly. From the rail, Terralina gets the first call. Far outside, No Sweat is quickly up to challenge. Rum Go between horses comes away well. She'll land second as No Sweat is intent on getting to the front. So it's No Sweat who leads the way a length and a quarter. Rum Go is second. Terralina is now third from Empress of the Nile in fourth. Then down at the inside goes Somersault, and 2.5 to the trailer. She's a Prado. They wheel around the far turn for the first time. As they pass in front of us, the leader remains No Sweat by a length and a quarter. Rum goes a bit keen while racing on the back of the leader. Out in the 2 path is Terralina. Empress of the Nile, the favorites on a long rein, racing about 2.5 lengths off the lead, while fourth, Somersault tore her inside. The trailer is She's a Prado, as they now have 1 lap left to go. The opening quarter went in 24-2, and No Sweat trying to get a mid-race breather. She leads the way 3 parts of a length. Terralina is second, Rum Go is third. Empress of the Nile is racing about 3 wide, while fourth is Somersault is in the 2 path, and the trailer, She's a Prado. They round the clubhouse turn, and with the advantage, it remains No Sweat. She leads the way by a length. Terralina's second. 3 wide. Empress of the Nile is going to try to quicken. There she goes. Empress of the Nile with an aggressive move. With more than 6 furlongs to run, she's all the way up to take the lead now. And Jose Ortiz and Empress of the Nile have made their bid to take over, and they open now 2 on No Sweat second. Terralina third. Rum Go fourth. Somersault is fifth. She's a Prado is last after 3 quarters in 1:14-3. They go to the final half mile. Empress of the Nile committed for home now. She leads the way by a length and a quarter. Rum Go at the inside is a joint second alongside No Sweat. Terralina's back to fourth. Down inside fifth is Somersault, and the back marker is She's a Prado. They covered a mile in 1:37-2, and they moved to the top of the stretch. Empress of the Nile made her bid around that far clubhouse turn run, and she's looking awfully good. She wheels for home on top by 2. Somersault and the white blinkers now starts to hit her best stride, and she's after Empress of the Nile now. 1/8 of a mile to go. Empress of the Nile has to fend off Somersault, who's charging when it matters. Somersault is leashing a big kick on the outside of Empress of the Nile, and Somersault kicks by under John Velasquez to win it by almost 2. Empress of the Nile second. She's a Prado third. No Sweat ran fourth.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm. From the breeding shed to the racetrack. In pursuit of producing the best.
There's a look at the field for tomorrow's ExpressBet.com Florida Derby, a field of 9 for more than $1 million in purse money. It's going to be a good one. Don't miss out. First post time, 11:30. We move now to the 10th race of the afternoon over the main track at 6.5 furlongs, an allowance optional claiming event. Price tag here was $25,000. A field of 8 signed on, and this was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. From the center, Queen Roller gets the first call, moving up toward the outside silencer, and Sweet Parang is being sent for position. Miss Helen now moves up to take second. What About Tonight has been beat to her spot, and she's down inside, shuffled back a touch, with Silver Threads moving up and by her. Posse Needed is second last, and the trailer is Doritza. Down the backstretch they go. Queen Roller and Leonel Reyes at 20-1 have the lead. On the outside, Sweet Parang is there second. Miss Helen toward the rail third. Back to fourth in Silencer, who's 3 wide. Then comes Silver Threads, improving nicely for Irad Ortiz Jr. On the outside, and Posse Needed gets started. She's in the aqua colors, circling 4 wide. What About Tonight is being driven, not responding, and the trailer is Doritza as they round the far turn. They've overhauled Queen Roller, and here comes a big move from Posse Needed, traveling strongly under Jose Ortiz to take the lead. Silver Threads and What About Tonight into the clear while 4 and 5 wide. Doritza's running home for Jose Bautista, ducks between horses and has momentum, and they're at the top of the stretch. Posse Needed up for a short lead. Sweet Parang is there second. Doritza running on from third with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Posse Needed has the lead. Back to second, Sweet Parang. Doritza's not going down without a fight. Here comes Doritza. This is going to get close. Here's the line. It's Doritza time. Doritza from last to first to win it at 15-1. And runners away. From the center, Grey Tukey commences well. Up on the outside, La Pubella has speed. Rate of Return is looking for position. So is Here's Your Llama Mama with Giovanna's Magic in the charge to the first turn. Rate of Return had to really slam on the brakes, is now back 4th last as they circle the first turn. On the outside, it's La Pubella to take the lead. Grey Tukey right alongside. These two winging now. They've opened 8 or 9 lengths on third running Giovanna's Magic. Oh, on the outside and now 4th is Natural Miss with Here's Your Llama Mama. Then it's a gap of another 2 to Sugarcoat and Kid racing ahead of Rate of Return. She's about 5 or 6 lengths ahead of Indie Contender, then Great Madrina. She's third last. Second last is War Beauty, and Dominant Dolly is last, and a very strung out cast as they go to the half-mile point. Quarter time, 22-2, and with the lead, it's now La Pubella who puts away second running Grey Tukey and is committed for home. Still 5, 6 or 7 lengths back to Giovanna's Magic, racing to the inside of Natural Mist. Rate of Return starts to find her best stride. She's in the pink cap. She's better than 10 lengths off the lead, though, as this leader, La Pubella, just continues to keep rolling along. Trying to run on from the back is Sugar-Coated Kitten, and there is inside a quarter of a mile away. Up front, La Pubella's blown this wide open. Wow, she's still opened up now by 10. Trying to hold on to second, Grey Tukey, then Giovanna's Magic, Rate of Return, and Sugar-Coated Kitten. But if you back La Pubella, you're an easy winner. La Pubella and jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. with an absolute domination in today's final race. She won it by, I don't even know, 8 or 9. Sugar-Coated Kitten was up for second. Giovanna's Magic was third. Great Madrina finished 4th in 129-3.
And that wraps up Friday's action. Tomorrow is Saturday, Express Bet Florida Derby Day. Our first race post at 11:30 a.m. 14 races, the Florida Derby. Race 14, mandatory payout in the Rainbow Six. It could be a special day. You got to come to Gulfstream Park. Good night and good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.